Peace, power, and all tranquility over you and all of your houses. I am still on hiatus, but I wanted to touch base as we're continuing to unpack and become acclimated with our surroundings and everything in our new location. Wanting to continue the series of excerpts from my book, The Unseen Clown, Preponderance of the Evidence. We're going to the very last chapter, and we will pick up where I believe we left off. I'm trusting and believing that everything is well with everyone. Okay, here we go. Just as a land is not discovered when inhabitants exist, one is not a creator by gathering works by others' hands. Simply put, in the context that thought entered my mind when I wrote it, a lot of times you'll notice people creating content off of the backs of other people's works. And that's one way they kind of climb their ladder of success. Not taking anything away from the skill that it would take to kind of make it your own brand. However, if the core of what you're doing exists from what someone else built or put together from the dirt up, then, are you an absolute creator of that? I'll give you an example. With my jewelry line, Butterfly Ear, there are creations that I make from scratch, if you will. There are creations that are customized, and then there are refurbished creations. And when I advertise, I make sure that I'm forthcoming with that to let the customer know that this is a rebirthed piece. Meaning, say I find a Rolex or a necklace, something that someone else deemed unrepairable or not worthy of being anything anymore. I can clean it up, repair, add embellishments, do whatever it takes to make that piece brand new. Same item, but I've restored it. Now, can I say that that's handmade? No. I wouldn't even label it really as customized, even if I add an embellishment or two. If it's still pretty much in its original state, then I can't solely put my name behind that. Whereas if I take a piece and totally break it down to its raw materials and create a new piece, that is something different, because then I'm using raw resources. That's the difference. So, just as a land is not discovered when inhabitants exist, one is not a creator by gathering works by others' hands. Many of us are out here rediscovering or discovering for the first time ourselves, ever evolving, growing, and there are things that have existed in us from the beginning of time. We just needed to grow and cultivate it, and some might see a new creature. No, it's always been. It's always been. Just hasn't been public. So it's brand new to you. Moving on. Let your humanity go beyond you having a birth certificate. I'll say that again. Let your humanity go beyond you having a birth certificate. That piece of paper should not be the only thing that deems you human or having a soul, having an essence. What are you doing in spirit? Where is the humanity? We talk about our people uplifting, unifying, and such. However, there are some, how do they say? All skin folk and kinfolk that will drag and tear down their brethren. For what goal? There are many different reasons. That's a whole nother lesson, if you will. But where's the humanity in that? I say, if you will drag this person, drag that person for your own edification, to get your own rocks off, for whatever reason. If you do it to this one, that one, the other one, they'll do it to me, they'll do it to you. We see the state of our union right now in politics. What's happened? What's happened to us? Was this always there? In a sense, to a certain degree. What was the catalyst that really got it bubbling, that really unmasked everything? How do we heal? How do we repair that? Can things go back to what was? I don't think you really want that. No, you don't necessarily want to hit the reset button and go back to that, because who says that was perfection anyway? It wasn't. But it's acknowledging, learning, growing. How do we move on? How do we move on? There's no growth if you just stay where you're at. If you just stay in that headspace of victimhood or superiority. That's one thing we need to crush. What is that need of feeling superior over someone or something else? That's a total internal thing going on there. You should not have to feel that you are crushing or squashing another's life force, figuratively, in order to thrive. If you need that, there's some introspection that needs to be done on your part. So let your humanity go beyond you having a birth certificate. I should not have to see that piece of paper or see symbols that you wear around your neck or on your person to tell me who you are. How you carry yourself consistently, naturally, on camera, off camera, tells the story. The body of work in totality. Not, this person must be cool because they do this, that for me. Let's take, not meaning, it's the only example that comes to mind. Let's take Bill Cosby, okay? He's done many wonderful things, okay? Poured into historically black colleges, done so much as a humanitarian. However, there was a dark side that few knew about, but it existed. Yes? Yes, it did exist. So, what's good for the spider is not necessarily good for the fly. And however you feel about him as opposed to how they treat Harvey Weinstein, you know, no one is beyond reproach. No one. So, let your humanity go deeper than just the surface dwelling. Life is less of a puzzlement when we stop doing summations of the universe so very vast with one fragment of a looking glass. One fragment of a looking glass. And you will do an entire judgment without full story. How many of us can be guilty of that at some point in our life? You will miss so many blessings. So many blessings because you have counted things out, counted people out, denied yourself from a jaded perspective of someone else. How many times do we watch television and most of the time you're not getting raw news anymore, you're getting editorials, opinion pieces, right? As I spoke of before, some things can have 1% truth and 99% mess. You have some stations that will give you a plethora of truth and do their little spin. And people run with that. As I say, look at where we're at right now in society because of such things. I'll end with this. Love liberates. Lust infatuates. Fear exacerbates and stagnates. Hate confiscates. Choose love. Choose love. Are the actions loving? We've all been hurt, misunderstood, scorned. How do we handle the chamber of life we're in or that we've gone through? If I sat there and constantly droned on and on and on about the setbacks, misfortunes, misunderstandings, foolishness that has happened in my life, I'd be going nowhere. I'd be going nowhere. However, I look around me now and I see, because of moving on and staying focused, how far my life has come and how the universe has opened up and shown favor. Stay just in your walk. Stay upright in spite of the external. Do not be your own stumbling block. Don't do it. And give no energy to the things that are sent to try to entrap you, snare you. Do the universe's work. Many people talk about karma. Karma is a curious thing. I will take it all that I put out. I call all things back to me. I said it before. I say it again. How many can say that? I call all things back to me that I've put forth because my conscience is clean. And my life reflects that. So in that, what do we say? Be the light to those who need to feel the warmth of your shine. And know when to be darkness to those who need to feel the cool of your shade. In all things, there is light. Again, if you haven't already, get yourself a copy of The Unseen Clown, Preponderance of the Evidence by me. My name is Tria Murphy, and I am